All I know is it didn't end properly for her.
I want to offer the same opportunity to whoever did this heinous act, that God is available to forgive and to receive such in heaven.
This was homicide. It was not suicide. It was not an accident.
Dear Dad, I really don't know where to start. I have so much to say. It's been a tough year for you and Mom. The worry I have put you through, the pain, the upset, it has been so hard for the family. All the misery was caused because of my selfish, conflicted and unreasonable behavior. I've thought about it, and now I know why I chose the path that I did, why I fell in the love with a man so horrible, so manipulative, a predator who takes advantage of the innocence and vulnerability. Oh, I was young, trusting and unassuming. Why I did not respect you, why I did these things that hurt you so much. I have stolen, lied, and a host of other unbelievable things that put me into a deep pit. I can never take that back. For a long time, I wasn't thinking. I simply did not think, and then it all wasn't wrong. I didn't think about the consequences, the hurt, the pain that you would feel as a result of my actions, and before I knew it, I had done wrong and disappointed you. I'm sorry. I sincerely want to become a much better person, better than what I ever was. The past few months have also been a huge life lesson. I've learnt of things I never knew existed. I'm going to show you how much you mean to me. Do the little things that make you smile inside and out, make you proud. From now on, I will make good decisions which will benefit us all, and in the long run, make you a happier man. I love you, Dad. I am to love you more than I ever have. I respect, honor, and treasure you and Mom. CK.
Tonight on Case Files, we take a different approach. We examine the circumstances surrounding the sudden and brutal murder of a 26-year-old woman. Careen Chepchumba was found murdered in her house and nothing stolen from her. Case Files will tell our story through the eyes of her mother, her neighbor, her father, and her brother. But first, it is the story of a leading TV presenter initially linked to her killing, but later cleared by the Director of Public Prosecutions. Tonight on Case Files, I knew Careen. This is a story of a young woman, a broadcaster, a mystery murder, and a police investigation. Careen Chepchumba, a 26-year-old woman who entered the stage of national news so violently and left so quickly that her demise has remained as mysterious as the person behind it. Careen was the oldest daughter of Hosea Kili and Cecilia Kili. Careen, or Chumba as she was fondly referred to by her parents and friends, had 3 other siblings. Valerie, who was 23 years old, Emmanuel, 21, and Sharon, who shares the same age with his brother, Emmanuel. A perfect family. Kili went through the prestigious Baraton University. At the institution, she made several friends, among them Mercy Kaino, a girl who, just like her, will die under mysterious circumstances. Those who knew Careen say she was a girl of means. She had few worries about finances and had many friends. Many described her as the quiet one. Images frozen in time paint a picture of a happy girl. Her last day in campus, Careen was all smiles before she entered the real world. A world away from school. Before joining the Kenya Power Company as a telecommunications engineer, Kili stayed with her parents on Rose Avenue, Rosepark Apartments, Rosepark Apartments in Kilimani. A new tenant moved in.
And it was a very simple introduction. It wasn't formal. I was driving in at about 9 p.m. I drove into the flat, and this lady comes and knocks at my window. Prior to that, I'd never spoken to her. We hadn't met. So she knocks at my window, and I drop my window, and she says, "I live here. Do you know me?" I said, "Well, I probably have seen you maybe walking in and out, but we've never met." So she says, "Okay, we need the key. There's a key to the front door that is shared by the residents." So she said, I need to go out, with my cousins and friends. We're going to have dinner, because it was December. It was a festive time. And she said, "I just want to go out, but then when I come back in, I will not have the key, because my parents went with our key." I said, "All right, I'll go in, open, and give you the key." She said, "Okay, can I call you when I come back?" I said, "Okay, sure." So I gave her my number. "So where's your flat?" "It's the one above mine." I said, "Okay." So I got into my flat. I was watching idle TV. I'm watching movies. I'm watching whatever it is that was on. And at about 1 o'clock, she calls. I just came in, "Do you need the key?" So I actually went out, took my key, and went back inside, and that is how we met. So after that, if we met at the parking lot, "Hi, how you doing? You're right, yeah." And it was as easy as that. That's how we started talking.
At the time, Careen was working as a telecommunications engineer with the power utility. Careen will leave home for work, and at times Louis Otieno's house will be the place where she will pass through before climbing one floor up to her parents' home.
When we lived, my apartment was on the ground floor, and Careen and her family lived right above me. And when we became friends, so what would happen is it was very easy for her to walk in through the gate and stop at my door, because it was my apartment first and they were above. And yes, she visited me quite often. Looking at Careen, she used to walk very fast. She had very quick steps, and she'd be out of the gate and in. And it's all the things I remember asking her, "Why are you always walking so fast?"
Little was known about the anchor's private life. Little was known to the public about a growing disquiet between Louis Otieno and the Killies. Indeed, little was known about a special friendship that had blossomed between Louis Otieno and his neighbor Chumba. The little attention that Louis Otieno's friendship to Killy attracted in social circles will turn into a little storm in his life and that of Careen Chepchumba's family. On the 14th day of February 2012, as the rest of the world marked Valentine's Day, police in Kilimani were marking their calendar with a new case of apparent homicide.
I was in Magadi. We were shooting a video with my friend, and Magadi is far. It's a whole day's event, and we did this for 2 days, almost 2 days. And coming back into town is when I got the call from the police, and they asked me, "Where are you?" And I said, "I'm actually on the road heading back into the city." And they asked me to come to the station. They said, "There's a problem. We need you to come." So I asked the OCPD, "Just tell me, what's wrong?" And he said, "Your friend has been found in a not so good situation." That's how he was talking.
Police had received information about the discovery of a body of a young girl. The 26-year-old Careen Chepchumba was found dead inside a house at Santoni Apartments within Kilimani area. Police were called in. The last time Careen was seen alive was Sunday evening when her brother dropped her home. Careen had come from a family meeting convened specifically about her. According to the family, the meeting was necessitated by a growing list of relatives and friends Careen reportedly owed money. The family had called for the meeting because Careen had requested for it. Louis Otieno's name also came up during the meeting. Those who attended the meeting told the police that Careen had borrowed from them huge sums of money. Most of the money they claimed went to Louis Otieno. Careen had promised the parents she had decided to change for the better. Careen was part of a family dinner that night before her brother dropped her home at Santoni Apartments. The brother said goodbye. That was the last time that Careen was to be seen alive. Neighbors would later tell the police that Careen did not leave the house on Monday morning, a day before she died. The revelation startled the investigators. Who else was in the house with Careen? Who wanted Careen dead? And why? 6 days before Careen's body was discovered, she had received a visitor who stayed close to 4 hours in her house. The guards at the main gate failed to register his particulars. It is not clear why. Case Files returns shortly.